Carlos Alcaraz surprised everyone with his gracious and heartfelt words for Jannik Sinner after falling short in the final of the Six Kings Slam 2025. The Spaniard, usually electric and confident, appeared calm and reflective as he acknowledged that his rival had simply been the better player that day. It was a match in which unforced errors and missed chances proved costly for Alcaraz. Despite a promising start, he never truly found his rhythm, eventually surrendering in straight sets to an inspired Sinner, whose consistency and confidence seemed almost untouchable. From the opposite side of the court, the Italian's poise and precision dictated every point. The victory confirmed Sinner's brilliance and underlined why he currently holds the world #2 ranking. Alcaraz tried everything to reset his energy in the second set, changing pace, mixing his shots, and searching for answers, but nothing seemed to disturb Sinner's flow. The Italian moved effortlessly across the court, returning everything with laser-like accuracy. After the final handshake, Alcaraz faced the crowd and microphones with a smile that revealed both admiration and humility. "When Jannik plays at this level, it's always difficult," said Alcaraz during the post-match ceremony in Riyadh. "Today he was simply too good. Everyone watching could enjoy his tennis. The quality was incredibly high." He continued, acknowledging the tactical aspect of the battle. "He served extremely well today. I couldn't find my rhythm or create any break points, which is rare for me. He's clearly improved that part of his game, and when he serves like that, it's very hard to play against him. I tried to find solutions, but none of them worked. That kind of performance adds extra pressure, especially when you face such a great returner." Smiling, Alcaraz added a lighthearted remark. "Do I enjoy it when he plays like that? Not really," he joked. "Sometimes it feels like I'm playing ping pong. It's not exactly fun being on the other side of the net when he's in that kind of zone, but at the same time, it motivates me. When he reaches that level, it pushes me to train harder, to look for new ways to improve. It's like a puzzle, frustrating at times, but also inspiring." The 22-year-old Spaniard also spoke warmly about his off-court friendship with Sinner, one of the most talked-about relationships in modern tennis. "We text quite often," he revealed. "I've written to him many times just to check how he's doing or to congratulate him. There's a lot of respect between us. We have a special bond beyond the court, a real friendship, even though our rivalry is intense. People might think it's impossible to be friends at this level, but we've shown that it can be done. We actually talk much more than people imagine." When asked about the rest of the season, Alcaraz remained focused and optimistic. "There are still a few indoor tournaments left," he said. "I'm trying to adapt better to this kind of surface. It's not where I've had my best results, but I want to improve. The race for the #1 ranking is still alive, so I'll keep giving everything." On the other side of the net, Sinner reflected on his own victory with composure and modesty. Though the Six Kings Slam is technically an exhibition event, the Italian made it clear that he treats every match seriously. His performance, a blend of precision, power, and confidence, was a statement of intent heading into the final stretch of the season. "It's always special to share the court with Carlos," Sinner said, smiling as he lifted the trophy. "His whole team does an incredible job all year long. They work so hard and win so many big titles, so I want to thank them for letting me take one this time," he added with a laugh. Sinner also praised the event itself. "We come here because we love the atmosphere and the energy. The organization is amazing, and the fans create something unique every year. I just wish I could play this kind of tennis everywhere," he joked. When the conversation turned to his rivalry with Alcaraz, Sinner was thoughtful and sincere. "Whenever I train, I often think about Carlos," he admitted. "He's one of the reasons I keep pushing myself. Every time we face each other, I want to bring something new. That's how tennis evolves. We all grow by learning from our rivals. For me, Carlos is that player. Especially this season, we've met many times and honestly, I've lost quite a few of those battles. But each one has helped me improve." Their rivalry has become one of the defining stories of modern tennis, a duel built on mutual respect, youthful intensity, and an unspoken understanding that each makes the other better. As the lights dimmed in Riyadh and the crowd cheered both men, it was clear that this was more than a final. It was another chapter in the growing legend of Alcaraz versus Sinner, two players destined to define an entire era. "It's always an honor and a joy to share the court with him," said Jannik Sinner with a calm smile moments after the final point. At the same time, competing against someone like Carlos pushes you to grow as a player. Rivalries like this one are what make you better, they sharpen your focus, but what makes it even more special is the friendship we've built away from the court. Sinner's words reflected the essence of his connection with Carlos Alcaraz, fierce competitors under the lights, but brothers in spirit once the match ends. "We have a very genuine friendship," he added. "I've experienced some painful defeats, but also unforgettable wins. That's what defines a great rivalry. It's one of many in tennis, but it feels unique because of the respect we share. Playing at this level and showing such quality tennis truly makes me happy." With the season nearing its close, Sinner remained realistic about his goals. "It will be nearly impossible to return to world number 1 this year," he admitted, "but I love this part of the season, playing indoors, finishing in Italy, surrounded by fans who give me so much energy." What followed after the final point of the Six Kings Slam 2025 in Riyadh was one of the most heartfelt scenes of the year. Both players walked toward the net, shared a firm handshake, and embraced with genuine warmth, a gesture that transcended competition. Sinner may have earned the trophy and a monumental paycheck, but Alcaraz earned something just as valuable: admiration and respect from his greatest rival. The Italian's triumph came with a significant financial reward, though its symbolic meaning outweighed the numbers. The Six Kings Slam was designed as an elite, high-stakes exhibition featuring some of the world's finest players. Yet in the end, it was the human moment between the two, the embrace of two young stars who have carried men's tennis into a new era, that resonated with fans. The player from San Candido, Italy, and the one from El Palmar, Spain, have shared a remarkable 2025 season. Between them, they split the 4 Grand Slam titles and dominated most of the ATP calendar. Both arrived in Saudi Arabia visibly exhausted, the toll of a relentless year evident in their movements. Alcaraz, still nursing an ankle injury from Tokyo, lacked his usual explosiveness, while Sinner himself was recovering from muscle cramps that had forced him to withdraw from Shanghai. Nevertheless, the Italian took control from the start, sealing a decisive 6-2, 6-4 victory. As the crowd erupted, Alcaraz smiled, walked to the net, and hugged Sinner tightly, a simple yet powerful gesture that showed how much respect exists between them. They exchanged a few words and even shared laughter, reminding everyone that their rivalry remains one of the healthiest and most genuine in modern tennis. The handshake and embrace symbolized something far greater than the outcome of a match. It represented sportsmanship, respect, and maturity, values often overshadowed by the intensity of elite competition. Their camaraderie has become one of tennis's most refreshing narratives, two young champions capable of fighting fiercely for every point, yet able to leave it all behind the moment the final ball is struck. As for the staggering prize money, the Six Kings Slam lived up to its name. The event gathered 6 of the sport's biggest stars: Carlos Alcaraz, Jannik Sinner, Novak Djokovic, Alexander Zverev, Taylor Fritz, and Stefanos Tsitsipas, each receiving $1.5 million simply for participating. The ultimate winner, however, took home a record-breaking €6 million, nearly double the payout of a traditional Grand Slam champion. When combined with the appearance fee, Sinner's total earnings reached a historic high, the largest sum ever awarded in the history of any racket sport. In recent years, Saudi Arabia has rapidly become one of the most ambitious hosts of global sporting events. With its growing investments in tennis, football, and motorsport, the kingdom has turned into a magnet for elite competitions, offering athletes unprecedented financial incentives and world-class facilities. This year's Six Kings Slam, staged at the stunning ABN Arena in Riyadh, once again demonstrated that trend. From October 15th to 18th, it brought together the very best of the tennis world in a spectacle of power, precision, and prestige. The tournament captivated global audiences and set a new benchmark for both competition quality and prize money. For Sinner, the win was both symbolic and historic. It marked another triumph in a season defined by consistency and emotional maturity. For Alcaraz, meanwhile, it was a reminder that even in defeat, his grace and attitude set him apart. Both players have carried themselves with the kind of dignity that defines true champions. And as fate would have it, this might only be one chapter in a long rivalry that could define an entire generation. The future of tennis looks bright, and its light shines through the friendship and respect between Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz. It unfolded under the dazzling lights of Riyadh during the Six Kings Slam, a lavish exhibition worth millions. Though the match carried no ranking points, it was far from meaningless. The stakes were pride, confidence, and momentum, the kind of boost that could shape the closing stretch of the season, or even the mindset heading into the next. The final scoreline, 6-4, 6-2, didn't fully capture the tension and brilliance on display. For veterans like Novak Djokovic, it was an opportunity to measure himself against the two men who have been defining the new era, Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz. After the match, Djokovic was as reflective as ever. Sometimes, he joked, I wish someone could trade me a younger body, just for one season, so I could really try to beat these two kids again. That would be nice. Then, shifting from humor to honesty, he added, all jokes aside, I'm still motivated. It keeps getting tougher to beat Jannik and Carlos. They're relentless, but I'll keep pushing, I'll keep challenging them until I find a way. I've achieved nearly everything I could in this sport. Grand Slams, weeks at number one, even an Olympic gold in Paris. But the drive to compete never goes away. Next season, Djokovic turns 39, an age that for most players signals the twilight of a career. Yet, he still lingers among the elite, currently sitting at world number 5, and continues to defy time. His rivalry with Sinner now stands at 4 wins to 6, while against Alcaraz, he still holds a 5-4 advantage. It's incredible that I can still compete at this level, he said with a quiet smile. To still be among the top 5 or top 10 players in the world, it's something I'm proud of. I'm giving everything I have, every single day. Had it not been for the meteoric rise of Sinner and Alcaraz, Djokovic's Grand Slam total, already a staggering 24, might have climbed even higher. Yet, the Serbian's ability to remain competitive amid a new generation of stars is, in itself, a testament to his greatness. While Djokovic's legacy is firmly cemented, others continue to chase the elusive dream. One of them is Alexander Zverev, whose story at the Six Kings Slam 2025 was less triumphant. The German fell in just 59 minutes to Taylor Fritz, a loss that reopened a familiar discussion, his ongoing quest for a first Grand Slam title, a goal that has haunted him for years. After the match, Zverev faced the press with a mix of frustration and determination. That first Grand Slam, one journalist asked, is it becoming an obsession? Zverev smiled thinly before responding. I wouldn't call it an obsession, but yes, it's something that's been on my mind for a long time, he admitted. When you look at players like Carlos and Jannik, it feels like they're miles ahead of the rest of us right now. But that doesn't mean we'll just sit back and watch. The gap exists, but gaps can close. The German, born in Hamburg, has endured both physical and psychological hurdles in recent seasons. His form has fluctuated, and injuries have repeatedly interrupted his rhythm. In Riyadh, despite the exhibition atmosphere, signs of fatigue were visible. Health is my main priority, Zverev explained. Without that, none of the rest matters. Still, his message carried a subtle warning to the two young superstars dominating the ATP Tour. We can't just assume that Jannik and Carlos will win every tournament for the next 10 years. That's not how sports work. The rest of us, Novak, Taylor, Jack Draper, and myself, we have to fight to challenge them, to make things interesting again. It was a defiant statement from a man unwilling to be left behind. In the broader tennis landscape, the Six Kings Slam serves as a symbolic stage, a preview of future rivalries, and a reminder that every era eventually shifts. While Sinner and Alcaraz continue to carry the torch of the new generation, figures like Djokovic and Zverev remain determined to rewrite the story, to remind the world that legends don't fade quietly. As the 2025 season edges toward its finale, the balance of power feels both stable and fragile. Two young kings ruling the court, and a field of hungry challengers closing in, waiting for their chance to strike.